Alrighty, guys, so it's about 1 p.m. on this lovely Saturday. I hope you guys are doing well out there, and I figured let me do a quick update because I missed an upload yesterday. I didn't upload at night, so I figured let me do a quick upload here, talk about Sofi, how that did to end off the day yesterday, and maybe if we have time later in the video, we'll break down the markets, which, guys, it did not, they did not do so well yesterday. We had all the indexes go down on the day, so we have a jam-packed video. If y'all find value, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. And guys, don't forget to get up to 17 free stocks for Moomoo, each up to $2,000. The sponsor of today's video, guys, by going down below or by going to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. Once you open up your account and fund it with at least $100, you get a free share of C3AI stock right off the bat, which is actually exclusive to this channel, and you get 5 more stocks, each up to $2,000. And again, that's just with a $100 deposit. And get this, guys, fund your account with at least $1,000. You get all those stocks you just got, and you get 10 more stocks, totaling 16 stocks, and again, each of those are up to $2,000. And fund your account at least $5,000, guys. On top of all the stocks you already got, you get another free share of, get this, either Tesla stock or Google stock, guaranteed, again, on top of all those other stocks. So if you fund your account at least $5,000, guys, you get 17 free stocks guaranteed. Limited time, guys. The clock is ticking, and with that being said, again, that's linked down below. Now let's dive right into the video. So Sofi ended up going down 9.95% on the day yesterday, and funny enough, it went down 95 cents. So 95 cents, 9.95% in the red. Kind of weird how that played out, and you guys can see it closed at $8.60, which, funny enough, is right by the lows from earlier in the day, which I believe when I covered it yesterday, we did cover it more in the middle of the day. So we saw that big dump off in the beginning of the day where we bottomed at about 850, 860, and again, that's where we closed at close. And actually, after the bell, we went down a little bit more. We hit 847, but, in general, we did hold, 850 on Sofi, which is good. But what's not good here, guys, on the intraday chart, let's just get the cat out of the bag, right? We can see here we made a distinct lower high heading into close. Do you guys see this? Boom, and then boom. You guys see that there. In the morning, we hit, $9.18, $9.20 roughly. Then we had that huge dump, which was around, let's see here, a drop of about, percentage-wise, let's see, about 7-8%. Then we had that rally, but we did not break out of the highs from earlier that day. Again, we hit a lower high, and we ended up dumping all the way into close. We hit about $8.95 here, $9 roughly, more like $8.90, $8.95. Then we ended up selling all the way down to about $8.55. That was a drop of 4.5% into close. But a good sign for the bulls is that they did hold the lows from earlier in the morning at about 10:30, 11 a.m. when we hit that 850, 860 originally. But a bad sign for the bulls is the pattern that now Sofi has found itself in, or rather on, this intraday chart. Do you guys see what I'm looking at here? We have a descending triangle, clear as day, forming on Sofi on the intraday, which is not a bullish pattern at all. If this plays out, we fall under 850, we could potentially get a leg down, and let's see, where could we go from there? I mean, look, if we do break 850 here, this could be setting up for a dump down to 810, 815, maybe 820, which I believe we did talk about here on the charts, I believe, yesterday. Let me pull up the 20-day chart and see what we're looking at. Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, if we fall under 850, look, wide open gap down to about 815, 820, which was the low from the beginning of June of obviously this month that we're in. For some reason, I didn't think we were in July, but for some reason I was going to say months ago. Either way, you guys know what I mean. This was about 2 weeks ago, not too long ago when we hit 815. So that could be where we go next. And if that were to break, guys, we might fill the gap down to maybe the lower 7s, which, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're still in the mid-high 8s right now. So let's see what happens heading into this week at around 850, right? I'm going to set my alert there right now. And mind you, Monday, the markets are closed. It is Juneteenth. It's a federal holiday, so markets are closed, guys. So it's going to be a short week, but still, I'm going to set my alerts here. We're going to make the content regardless, guys. Let me do one at mark is at or below. There we go, guys. And yeah, I mean, if 850 50 breaks, we could see a little bit more downside. I hope that doesn't happen, but the reality is the charts, the stocks don't give a crap about what you hope and what you dream for, what you want to happen. You have to actually look and see what's going on in front of you, and in this case, it's clear as day. We're seeing a bit of a sell-off, right, from 1023. We got way too hot, way too fast, and now we're just seeing a little bit of a sell-off, right? 16%, probably more than just a little bit, but hey, this is what happens, guys. We've talked about this before on the channel. Stocks need to pull back, and this is one that we talked about literally, I think, on Wednesday. It needed a pullback, and I was saying it a couple days before that as well, and we're finally starting to get it right now. So let's see what happens right around this 180 moving average on the 1-hour chart. Very big spot for the bulls, and mind you guys, with all that being said, you might be like, oh, Stas is bearish now. I'm not bearish necessarily, right? I'm just, again, looking at what the charts are giving us, and with all that being said, we're still above the 180 SMA on the 1-hour chart. That's bullish, right? So we're still directionally bullish. And here on the 4-hour chart as well, we're above both moving averages, guys. I mean, look at this. We're above the 50 SMA. We closed above that yesterday. That's good. And if we break, again, that 850 mark, we could be going to 815, which I forgot to mention. That's actually the peak from the beginning of February. You guys probably remember that if you've been watching my channel. I've been talking about that. So that could be where it goes, like I said earlier, and that makes it an even bigger level of support coming up. So yeah, what do you guys think? And I heard a couple of comments of some downgrades on my channel, guys. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, look at that. It's funny how this game goes, right? So it looks like here, downgrades. Yeah, guys, BofA Securities downgrades SoFi to neutral, and they raised their price target, but they downgraded it to neutral from buy, and they raised their target to $10, right? So this is what we're probably going to see moving forward here. Piper Sandler also downgraded SoFi to neutral, and they raised their price target to $8. And the funny thing is, guys, no joke, today's the 17th. I think these downgrades came out on the 15th a little bit, and mostly on the 16th. I think somebody commented on my video like 4 or 5 days ago, and they were like, I forget what they said, but they were like, downgrades are the only thing that's going to stop SoFi at this point. And I mean, there's a lot that could stop SoFi. I mean, let's be honest. There's a lot of unknowns out there. We don't know everything. But man, that person was right, because look, this thing was on a huge rally, crazy tear, and now we got the downgrades, a couple downgrades, and that's the catalyst that, is causing this thing to pull back, which honestly, guys, it is not that bad, because if you look at those, downgrades, sure, they're downgrades, but the price targets are still right around where we are now. One of them had it at $8. I think BofA was $10, right? And they're still, I guess, neutral. So at the end of the day, those price downgrades, sure, they hold some weight in the very short term, but people forget about it, forget about them. Let's say in about a week or two, nobody's going to be talking about that unless we just get a bunch of downgrades over the next week or two. I mean, I don't know. But listen, guys, we can't solely base everything off a downgrade. It's going to cause a little short-term fluster in the stock, all right? But again, it's going to blow over like a lot of the things these days do with how quick the news cycle is and so forth. People forget, and if we get some good piece of news around SoFi, whether it's Tuesday or, over the weekend or Wednesday, then the downgrades, they're going to be old news, and we'll see where it goes from there. So overall, I'm not freaking out, guys. This is not that big of a deal. It's normal business, honestly. If you guys have been watching the stock market, this stuff over time, this stuff happens all the time, and it's market manipulation in a sense. The big firms, they do control a lot of this stuff, but we'll save that for another video for another time. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe, and don't forget to get up to 17 free stocks from Moomoo, guys, the sponsor of today's video. Once you open up your account and fund it with at least $100 using that link down below, you get a free share of C3AI stock right off the bat, which right now is around $35-40. Let me actually pull it up really quickly. What the heck is C3AI at? Because last I checked, it was actually at $47. Yeah, now it's at $44.50. So you get a free share of C3AI stock, which is exclusive to this channel, and you get 5 more stocks, each up to $2,000. And again, that's with just a $100 $100 deposit. And if you fund your account with at least $1,000, guys, you get all those stocks we just mentioned, and you get 10 more stocks, totaling 16 stocks. And fund your account at least $5,000. Oh man, this is where it gets really good, guys. You get another free share on top of all the stocks you already got. You get another free share of stock of either Tesla or Google, guaranteed. So if you deposit at least $5,000, guys, you're getting 17 stocks, a free share of Tesla or Google, C3 AI, 15 more stocks, each up to $2,000. I mean, guys, this deal is unbelievable. Use that link down below or go to stocksarefast.com/Moomoo. And of course, it's an affiliate link, so it does help out the channel. I appreciate you guys as always. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next video.